Hello everybody, welcome to another Zabbix video. This time we are talking about how to manage packages on Ubuntu, Debian or Red Hat type of system. I'm talking about installing software, downgrading software, upgrading software using the apt and the DNF utility. So the agent could be in charge to detect if the package is outdated and perform an upgrade operation. And actually this is not a success story. This is a video where this is a project where I failed. But I did still learn so many new tricks inside Zabbix, so it's impossible to not share all the knowledge I have learned to try to accomplish the goal. So stay tuned if you like to learn something more. And so my idea was to maintain the software. Agent will detect the things, and turns out there is native capability, native Zabbix agent key, which will read every package on the system, what is the package ID or identity, I mean name, and what exact version is currently installed. Here I have a blank template which is linked to a kind of blank host, and let's start with this native item key. Items, create new item. This will be type Zabbix agent active, and the item key which can cover the task is called this system.software packages.get. This is supported starting with 7.0 agent definitely. But maybe it's also supported on the older versions as well. Okay, so this is the item key, and actually this item key costs quite a lot of system resources. It cannot get the data, full list of packages in 1 second, and it can barely get the task done in 2 seconds. So if the memory is not an issue, probably we can fit in the 3 seconds, but if we are in limited resources, at least in my setup, it needs 5 or 7 seconds to do the task. Okay, so this will be execute at first. I will set 1 minute for the proof of concept, but do not store the historical data nowhere. And my trick, the first thing I want to demonstrate is how to store data in inventory to use it later as a master item. If you know the concept of master item and dependent items, usually we collect the data on the fly. That's called master item. Then we link dependent item. For certain situations, I would like to use some sort of caching in the middle, like this situation. The packages do not change so frequently, so it's pointless to run it every minute or every hour. It can run once per day, store the data in the inventory, and then using script item, we can actually read the data from inventory field and decide to upgrade certain packages or analyze the whole operating system in offline, just because the raw data is stored inside the inventory. So this will be the beginning of the journey. Add. The next thing, my preference is create a dependent item which I would classify as a gateway item. And the purpose of this item is if the primary item key fails, it can fail with a timeout issue. It will not replicate this error to all the dependent items which come next. So that's my purpose, and I will do this. There is a built-in pre-processing. Check for not supported value, and discard value, and practically we need to set error cannot get information. Actually, no, discard value is the correct one. So the first master item will definitely, not definitely, when it fails, it will receive error, and we want to know what's the error, unsupported item key or timeout. And now dependent item, it is reading that if the item is unsupported, and it will block all the upcoming pre-processing, which will happen at the third stage of dependent items. So I'm calling this like a gateway item or something. And this will also not store any historical data. Add. Now we have the gateway item and the first heavy pre-processing. Actually, since it's running every 1 minute, we can start to explore how the data looks like. Here in the host, open the object, see the... I'm not storing it yet. Maybe let's enable then historical data for at least one item. After the gate item will have the historical data. And right now, while it's running every 1 minute, I will design the next step, dependent item, which is like sitting in the third level. And this one will use pre-processing, which will have something like installed packages and version. And let's call it installed packages. This will be textual type of data. Also, this will not store the historical data, but I will store it in the site notes. This field supports up to 64 kilobytes of data. And this one will have regular, the JavaScript type of pre-processing, which will use this snippet. So what it does, let's have a look on the raw item. Actually, here, gate item should start to collect the data already. Click. And so now we see, like, this is the raw item, which right now collects every 1 minute. We see so many fields: name, manager, RPM, size, and my goal is to minimize this data and to have the bare minimum information what I want to use to detect the version. And the bare minimum, from my point of view, is name, version, name and version. And to minimize this big JSON data, we can use this snippet, and there is line number 10 and 11. It targets version and name. Now setting this inside the item, third level item, and this time, for the first time, I will actually save history somewhere in the site notes. Add, and that's it. Now, when I showed the gate item, I can turn off the history, so it's not filling up the database. So it's a very healthy setup, I would say, and obviously, so this would run once per day, once per hour, and it is sending the real information to the inventory, which is called site notes. If I have not, it's automatic right now, so this is the host name. If we check inventory, and it's almost coming in, but not yet. Will come probably in the next minute. So what will happen next is, like, depending on the, the data will sit there, and we can use it for different scenarios. That's my general strategy. Sometimes I want to store something in inventory, and later decide some new template to cover some use case. And inside the end product, this would be kind of pointless. Like, it's silly thing. Why would you store in the inventory and then, like, just increase extra complexity to have, like, script item to read this stuff? You are absolutely right. Like, it's pointless, and it does put some extra complexity. But for my strategy, like, it is when we have some ideas, suddenly then it's nice if the data is instantly accessible. So that's the big benefit why I decided to store in the inventory. And having the package names in the inventory, here you go. So now it have only name and version. So we can start to create a lot of interesting scenarios to read this data, parse it, seek for different things, and it's up to you how we use it. And it's quite static information. We can set it to update it once per day. Okay, let's move to the next phase to detect a version and to look if the inventory holds the correct version right now. And to do so, visiting the template, and let's create another item, create new item. This will be script actually, I need another dependent item. So the installed package and versions, it is kind of the utility apt and DNF. It's also a package, and we can create an interesting trick right now to create a dependent item, and we can call it package manager. And so this will be like responsible what kind of utility we actually use to manage the packages, DNF or apt, and it's already stored inside that JSON stuff, but we can make it elegant and link directly here, and the JSON path to do the task is this one. So what we are doing is we are using the OR logic JSON path, so it's analyzing the JSON content, and look if the name is DNF or the name is apt. So this OR is really helping in this stage. It will be either one or the other one, and if one of them matches, then let's extract the name, and like if it reports an array, then let's take the first one. But yeah, there is no chance it can report more than one. So we are extracting the package manager, and I like to store this in another inventory field, which can be called site state province. Add, so every minute it will update this inventory field. Now to the next stage to kind of detect what kind of operating system it is. Is it like a Red Hat type of system, or is it Ubuntu Debian type of system? And here it's an interesting thing. Like now we will work with that inventory stuff script item. This is actually executing on the proxy server. Proxy is also eventually get the inventory stuff and know what kind of stuff is stored in inventory. And now, what's the cheat sheet? What we want to do is create script item which will use the inputs, two inputs from the inventory field. Actually 3 inputs, and one will be target, one will be installed, and one will be version, I think, or package. So it's more like universal stuff. And here package and installed is the content which is installed site. Okay, I will copy better here. Inventory site nodes, and target is like at the template level. We will tell what kind of version we actually want to set up, and I will call it target. The output will be textual data, and the actual script is loading the data, and like it's iterating, it goes through the JSON, and where is it for current target target a little bit lost. It's a function. Function. I'm reading what's inside the function, and the function will in the middle. The function is it accepts 2 arguments. What is the we need to read the code from here. Like at first, look on the past argument to identify is it apt or DNF, and as a result, there is completely different strategy how to install or upgrade software on Ubuntu or on the Red Hat system. And here is the answer. Like on the Alma, Rocky, Oracle, we do DNF upgrade in case we want to upgrade, and we can hard code exactly the destination. For the downgrade, we have dedicated command, and also we hard code the destination. So 2 different dedicated commands, which with my experience actually never fails. It's so reliable. It's crazy reliable. But with the Ubuntu, there is crazy stuff going on. We need so much flags because it sometimes asks, like, there is another config file, fresh stock, do you want to replace it? So a lot of arguments. Maybe the good things is like it's a single command for both cases. For downgrade and upgrade, we always use the install argument with the flag which supports to go back certain version. And practically this command, which is called apt-get, is the utility to install or replace the package on Ubuntu server. Going forward in the logic, so what is identifying the apt or DNF, and then looking if the version is matching of the package, because it gives the full JSON input as an input to extract the version, and then the function is handy to identify do we need to run upgrade or do we need to run downgrade. So practically it's for the Red Hat system only. This function is for Red Hat system because it's having two different dedicated commands. And then at the very end of the program, we finalize again, like which utility was used. And if we use apt, then it is it will submit back another JSON, which will tell like the package manager is apt, and it will recognize what was the old version, and inside the package management, it will decide like to upgrade or downgrade. Let's have a look on how it is working so far. And by the way, this test button is not working. In real life, it works by, I don't know, by accident, or it's a secret functionality, not too much documented. When I discovered this is possible to do, it is working, I got super excited. So test is not working, but once we save the item, it will work. And now let's put here target, for example, and add item, and inside the template I will tell like the target is like 7013 or 11, and the package is like Zabbix proxy SQLite free. So two arguments. What's the destination? What is the package name? So to have like a kind of professional template, it's the argumentation is stored outside the template. Now click here, target at the host level. Refresh the page. Item is not even it seems like working already. Execute now. One more execution, and studying the values. Not yet coming. And did I save the historical data? Yes, I did. It's a textual data. Refreshing this page, click. And this is almost like finalizing the task, like what is about to happen. And so it based on the installed packages, it identify that currently the proxy package is there. It is coming with the 7015 version, but I told the template I want to downgrade this software to 7011. And it's if we would link the template to the Ubuntu, so this will report suddenly apt, and also like downgrade, upgrade, and same story. It's interesting. I made a challenge to myself that I want to try to have single template for every Linux flavor, or not every, but quite popular ones, Debian and Red Hat type of system. And this is the startup. Now the next step, we can create fancy JSON dependent items. And what it will do is I can tell create dependent item, target, apt, click, and this will bring in like textual data and target APT. So one dedicated item for Ubuntu and another dedicated item for Red Hat, and they will never go to unsupported state. They will be like a kind of like gentle item which receives JSON. If there is no APT manager, then nothing happens, or if there is no DNF, then same story. So here in the JSON path, it's easy. We want to have here to ask, please give me APT. I mean, the manager is APT from this stuff. If there is APT as a manager, what to do next, and search if action is the exclamation mark is negating the deal. So action is no action. Like any other thing than no action, for example, upgrade and downgrade, then proceed on generating, like going forward. And if the package management is DNF, then it will report an empty array where inside the trigger we will create a fancy logic to target a JSON path and count how big the JSON tree is, and if we have these square brackets, it means like the length is 0. Okay, so add. So this is a dedicated item for Ubuntu and clone, and the other one will be for the DNF, which is kind of like a Red Hat system. And for that, we want to have like a little bit different JSON path, which is looking for DNF and looking for downgrade and upgrade. What I did not tell that if that JavaScript, the JavaScript earlier is able to produce 3 keywords in output: downgrade, upgrade, and no action required. So if the version is the same, nothing will happen, or it will fall back to an empty list, and yeah, the trigger will look if there is anything to do. Add. So now 2 different items, and the DNF will start to capture the data in very soon. All we need to do is create a trigger logic, create trigger, add the item like DNF item over here, and look if so here I have never used it before, but there is, if we select the input, if we select input data as text, there is a trigger function, JSON path, and we can say $length, and this will count the length of JSON path. If there is anything to do, then let's proceed forward. And actually, all the JSON, this guy, the trigger will have this information in the cache. We can access any data by using regular expression. It's sadly we cannot do JSON path, at least I did not find, but using regex, which will be super unreadable, we will be able to extract this guy, and downgrade, and I prefer to put in the tags, and I promise it will be super unreadable. But yeah, challenge accepted. And insert. So need to like do DNF something, and so to extract this thing, we will use. I mean, to extract all these things, we will use the regular expression. And this is the magic. We can set like package, and this is one of my favorite regular expressions in the world. For example, here we have package, and then there is a double quote, some character, another double quote. And what we can do after the second double quote, we can ask, please go as far as you hit the next double quote, and the next double quote is over here. So there are 3 characters always here between package and the package, and here 3 letters, here 3 letters, and that's what I'm doing here. Again, 3 letters, and I'm telling like go as far as you hit the next double quote. It's kind of universal approach. It's when you learn, it gets so useful, universally applicable to so many situations. So what I will do, I will create all the dimensions here and now kind of copy these guys, manager, and the action, click, and the current, it's not used probably, and target. And I can blindly copy this method and just replace the package with the keyword, just because it's always like I was the author who made this JSON, and I know it will not have spaces, so it kind of heavily relies on these 3 characters. If there is a space, then this script or solution will crash. So yeah, this is the way to have a trigger. And yeah, the magic, if you are a frequent user of this channel, you know, like I create triggers where the solution, the actual command to fix the problem, is stored in the description. So since this is DNF, I can tell DNF, let's proceed without prompting. And now I need action, which is like downgrade or upgrade. And I can just copy here, copy action, triple click, copy, and put it over here. What I need to upgrade, like space, now I need to have a package name. The package name is over, where is the name? Package, yes, this is the name of the package. Click, and on the Red Hat system we have a minus symbol or hyphen, and then comes the version, and the version is stored over here, target, and put it over here, and that's it. Now it will tell the full command, and let's test this if this works. Add, the trigger is running. Let's forcibly execute again if it is not yet happening. I need to execute the script item, execute, visiting the host object in the latest data page, problems, and welcome to troubleshooting session. Why it is not working, and we should have a look on update frequency 258, 259. Yeah, I have injected accident value. This one is a new one. Problems, apply, and here you go. Need to do some DNF something. And what the description holds? The description holds exactly like downgrade. For the entertainment purpose, I would say, like, let's replace the template and templates, click, and let's go to the unexisting version for today, the version 7.0.19 update, and maybe set more aggressivity here over to set every 10 seconds, and close the trigger. If I did put the checkbox is there. And for the problems now, if we would update and close, then in the next second the command will be different. Now it's DNF downgrade, and yeah, the next second it will tell something else. And now the command is DNF upgrade 7.0.19. Yeah, so that's almost everything. I will demonstrate like the complexity for the Ubuntu triggers. So for Ubuntu, we would create something very similar, clone, and here instead of target DNF will be target APT. These things remain absolutely the same, and the command for the upgrade, yeah, actually I will steal from my existing template to keep it shorter, and the upgrade for Ubuntu is this one. Copy, and this is the command. Let's just explain what happens. So this time it's not DNF upgrade or downgrade, it's apt cache Madison. This command will tell everything. So it is looking in the apt cache and looking if there is such package even installed. This is almost for protection. If the script start to repeats more than one time, it can like stop it right in the middle. If the version is there, if the target version is there, then just not do anything, because the grep failed to capture the destination. On Ubuntu and Debian, it's so much harder to target the version, because it contains some special characters like 1:, and then there is dash Ubuntu 22.04, like and only the apt cache will know what version we want to go for, and that's the reason we want to like ask the helper thing to locate exactly what kind of versions are available as a destination. And once we extract that argument, then it will at the end run apt get, and the action will always be the same. It's not using downgrade on upgrade, it's using just install. And this is the command which is tested and working. Yeah, that's everything for this video. So I was saying that I did fail overall this project, and what I mean by fail, one of the goals was to upgrade Zabbix agent with the help of agent, and obviously it really failed, and it failed big time. It even corrupted the package management tool on the Ubuntu and Debian. And the fix was later I needed to run like apt reconfigure a. So don't try this at home, at least like not through the agent. It's too risky. But this is a nice proof of concept how we can manipulate with the arguments and kind of produce the one-liner which a human can take and maybe use in the script. Or if you try it like 100 times and it never fails, then we can move to the next phase to think about to think about a bigger automation. That is everything for this video. If you find it entertaining, helpful, give it a thumbs up. I will link my production template in the video description. By production I mean the template I have tested, and it is halfway working, at least like producing those commands, DNF upgrade, DNF downgrade, or apt something to replace the package. The takeaway from this video is like never try to upgrade Zabbix agent by using Zabbix agent. I tried to upgrade Zabbix agent 2 by using Zabbix agent 1. That works it works sometimes, let's say that way, and the opposite way around as well, running both agents at one host and linking the template to agent 2. It is possible to upgrade agent 1 sometimes. Use it at own risk. The biggest excitement of this video was storing the data in the inventory field to be able to access it later. Here I did use I did read the inventory field just to extract like a single two different packages, like what's the responsible utility for the package management, locating apt or DNF, and what is the installed version of the package we want to upgrade or downgrade. That is everything. Thumbs up. Goodbye.